EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Rodgers sliding to his stop with a first down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Packers unable to pick up the first. Now the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's got some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big game and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Edwards-Helaire, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now Mahomes. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. He'll buy some time right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
We're scoreless after 1. Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton, a 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. On play action, Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now here's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 10-7.
Seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And I think the ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That was all great until the final act, able to scramble, get the first, but he couldn't hang on to the football.
And as a former defender, I can tell you that when a quarterback scrambles and picks up a first down on third down, that's usually demoralizing for a defense. But when he coughs it up in doing so, elation results after that.
A new lease on life, so to speak.
No doubt about it.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb 40 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Now Crosby for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the... Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 42 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
I don't know if today is your birthday or what the fuck, but you a lucky brother today. I ain't even gonna lie. Happy birthday, yeah. Happy birthday.
This time they were ready for it.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It may sound cliche, but those are the types of yards he can get you. He's such a bruising back.
He is, and typically with that type of a back, if he has any type of stamina, it shows up later in the ball game. Because trust me, guys get tired of running up and trying to tackle that big fella. It wears on him, and then he gets stronger as the game goes on. They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they're obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right?
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Rodgers will throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
They run once more with Dillon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Here's Rodgers to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield.
And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to make...
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know. What's your birthday or some shit? Get the fuck out of here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
6 yards left on second down. Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. 39 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.